Rediscovering Gita for the Modern World by Shrikant Soman. Based on essays on Gita by Sri Aurobindo. Chapter 6, Man and the Battle of Life. Continued from the previous episode 54, War as a Means of Spiritual Development. Current episode 55. The Gita's Solution to Contradictions. The Three Natures of a Fighter. The Qualities of Man in Conflict. Key takeaways. The Central Contradiction. The passage highlights the core paradox addressed by the Gita, the conflict between the soul's desire for inner peace and the external reality of destruction and struggle. The Three Gunas of Nature. Human beings respond to life's battles based on their dominant qualities, or gunas, as described in Sankhya philosophy. The Tamasic Response. A person dominated by Tamas is passive and simply tries to survive. The Rajasic Response. A Rajasic person embraces the battle, using it for their own egoistic gain. The Sattvic Response. The Sattvic person seeks harmony and peace amid the conflict. Main passage. Contradictions of war. We are faced here with the extreme case of contradictions. The soul's high aspiration to peace within and harmlessness without stands in stark contrast with the destruction caused by war. The striver and fighter, whose necessary turmoil of struggle and action seems to be the very contradiction of the soul's high ideal of calm mastery and self-possession. And precisely this contradiction has been made an issue in the Gita. It is a point at which its terms meet. It is a poise which shall be the first essential basis of harmony and transcendence. Man meets the battle of life in the manner which is most in tune with essential quality, which is most dominant in his nature. There are three essential qualities, or modes of the world energy. Sankhya philosophy also advocates this notion. On the same line, there are also three modes of human nature. These are Sattva, the mode of poise, knowledge and satisfaction. Rajas, the mode of passion, action and struggling emotion. Tamas, the mode of ignorance and inertia. Tamasic man. When the man is under the influence of tamas, he does not so much meet the rush and shock of the world energies whirling about him and converging upon him. He succumbs to these energies. He is overborne, afflicted and subjected by them. At the most, when he is helped by the other qualities of Sattva and Rajas, the Tamasic man seeks only somehow to survive, to subsist so long as he may. He tries to shelter himself in the fortress of an established routine of thought and action. In this fortress, he feels to a certain extent protected from the battle. He is able to reject the demand which his higher nature makes upon him. He feels excused from accepting the necessity of further struggle and from the ideal of an increasing effort and mastery. Rajasic man. Dominated by Rajas, man flings himself into the battle and attempts to use the struggle of forces for his own egoistic benefit. He wants to slay, conquer, dominate and enjoy. When he is helped by a certain measure of sattvic quality, the Rajasic man makes the struggle itself a means of increasing inner mastery, joy, power, and possession. The battle of life becomes his delight and passion. It is partly for its own sake, for the pleasure of activity and the sense of power, and partly as a means of his increase and natural self-development. Sattvic man. When a man is dominated by sattvic quality, he seeks for a principle of law, right, poise, harmony, peace, satisfaction in the midst of the strife. The purely sattvic man tends to seek this within himself. He does this for himself alone, or when he has won over the strife, with an impulse to communicate it to other human minds. He does this usually by a sort of inner detachment from, or an outer rejection of, the strife and turmoil of the active world energy. When the sattvic mind is also influenced by the Rajasic impulse, he seeks rather to impose this poise and harmony upon the struggle and apparent chaos. He tries to vindicate a victory for peace, love and harmony over the principle of war, discord and struggle. All the attitudes adopted by the human mind towards the problem of life derive from the domination of one or other of these qualities. They may also derive from an attempt at balance and harmony between these qualities.